making videos, and I'm telling you, I've got books everywhere. I've got so much stuff that I want to do and say, and gosh, I just need a little break from it all, really. I haven't made any videos in a while because I've just been so busy with work stuff, and work is what pays the bills, and this is probably more of a hobby than it is bill paying. But I'm buckling down today and I am doing my videos, and I'm gonna make sure that you've got content to watch. You see my lights are out, I've got my lights there, I've got lights behind me, and I'm really working my socks off today. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you watch my videos, because I do it because I love it. I do it because books are my life, really. Without books, I think the world isn't complete. So I'm doing it because I want people to read more. I want people to just see how reading keeps their minds active, and just see how without reading, and the imagination, then I think people start to get depressed. I always find that people who don't read usually suffer with low moods. Now, that is not saying that they're depressed, because depression is a chemical imbalance in the brain. But of course, when you read, you can forget all your problems, and you can, think about the characters and how they're living their lives. You go into a world that just seems like it's totally different to the world that you're in. And because it's so different to the world that you're in, it means that you can forget your problems while you're reading that book. And for me, as I say, I think I mentioned that I don't have a television. So because I don't have a television, I use my books for my entertainment. But not only are books entertainment, I think we need to keep in mind that they keep your brain young. And one of the things that will keep things like dementia at bay is if you read a lot. And reading is one of the things that's listed. If you look at Dementia UK, it's one of the things that's listed as a way to prevent dementia. It probably won't prevent it, it's probably slow it down, because you're keeping your brain active. So I do implore everyone, keep your brain active, read, make sure that if you're not a reader, at least get a listening app. It can be any listening app, and listen to a book, because I know that some people don't like reading. But it's not only reading. You can do crossword puzzles. So you can do crossword puzzles. You can do 1,000-piece puzzles, 500-piece puzzles. You can do things just to keep yourself active. And these smartphones that we have, they have so much stuff on them that you can utilize to keep your brain active. Remember that the most important thing sometimes in life is just to keep your brain active. It keeps away loneliness, it keeps away thoughts of depression, it keeps away especially in this COVID period where we're all locked down, and there seems to be no end to this lockdown. Is it coming up to a year now? It's coming up to a whole year of lockdown, and if we're not careful, we will become isolated. And more when I go to work, people are phoning me to tell me that their moods are low. I don't think it's actual depression they're suffering from. It's more they're suffering from low mood, because obviously they can't see family, they can't see friends. Everything is proving to be difficult. Where they could take a holiday, nobody can take a holiday anymore. So I do implore you, please take up a book and just start reading. You have to start somewhere, and make that somewhere be you take up a book and you start reading. You can even take up the newspaper. You can read on your phone. You can do Audible. You can do Amazon. You can do Google. There's so much stuff out there to read. I actually lost my book, The 40th Laws of Power, and I googled it, and it came up with a free book. I'm like, oh my god, it actually came up with a free book that I downloaded onto my computer. So there's millions of places that you can get books online these days that you don't even have to pay for. And as I said in a previous video, Amazon has 80,000 free books, and they've got a whole Harry Potter series for free. So start there. So that's easy read, and you know, it's nothing too taxing on the brain, so you can start there. I remember when I was growing up, and I don't know if my cousins and my sister remember this, but when I was growing up, we used to read the dictionary. Can you believe? Now when I think about it, I'm like, oh my god, we really had time to waste, right? But we used to read the dictionary, and we used to ask each other words like, what does this word mean? What does that word mean? And you know, I feel like we've lost that. We've lost the art of words. When you see people writing on social media, they don't know the different words to use. So instead of saying come here, H-E-R-E, they say come here, H-E-A-R. And that's because they're not reading. You know, just simple grammatical errors they're making that they really shouldn't make. And I put that down to not enough reading. We're spending far too much time just watching videos, like watching things, funny things, pranks, things that are not really enlightening. I mean, it's okay to watch a little bit of a prank, but not all the time. You must keep your mind active, especially as we're aging. So that's my tip for today. Keep your mind active. Read a book, listen to a book. If you're not inclined to read, you know, listen to a book. I hope that really helps, because obviously the whole ethos of my channel is really to get people thinking more. I feel like we're losing the art of conversation, we're losing the art of debate, we're losing the art of thinking. So my channel is just to get you thinking, and just remind people how wonderful books are. Even if you just love them for the covers, they're just wonderful. Books are really wonderful. I remember somebody came to visit me, and he was gobsmacked about all the books that I have. And he said to me, I'm surprised you have all these books, because when I go into people's homes, nobody has bookcases anymore. So can we change that? Can we at least have a tiny little book, especially if you've got kids? Even a tiny little bookcase. So that's your homework. Get a bookcase in your flat. Anyway, like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.